everyone.
Hello.
Welcome.
Aloha.
Aloha to everyone.
Look at
online.
everybody online. You're
Welcome.
looking good today.
Hey, everybody,
Oh, how do
come
we know
on
that?
in and
Oh.
sit down.
Come on in.
We've got people still
And
arriving.
there's the North Shore girl. Wow,
So,
this is fun.
welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. If you've never been here before, welcome, 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 welcome. And if you've been here a million times, welcome, 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 welcome. So I'm Rev Rita. This is Rev Patrick, and he wants to say something.
Usually we do mahalos and thank you at the end, and we're going to do that today. But I have a couple shout outs of thank yous that I would like to start this with. And that is, if you notice when you came in, our windows were, you can see clearly now, the dirt is gone. Thank you to Jack right here in the front row. He came in. As we're preparing for next weekend, which is No Restriction Sunday, we are going to really, really enjoy our windows. Thank you. Then there's a second person, and we just want to throw out some definite mahalos, and that is Rob Jones, who's in the back. What you don't know is he's been sleeping here, being here,
up in our ceiling.
going through wires, going everywhere, and every time we came in, oh, there's Rob again. And so he's been putting a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of sweat and love and sweat into our new system. So thank you so much.
We now have a 3-camera shoot, right? Yes.
We
I
are
know,
something.
right?
So,
isn't that awesome?
well, Rita,
yeah,
tell us where we are.
Yeah, where are we? I am grateful to be here at Center for Spiritual Living, where we practice the science of mind and spirit. And that's it is. It's spirit and mind. And spirit is that place within us, that life within us that moves and lives and breathes us. Some of us call it God, some of us call it source, some of us call it whatever we call it. Doesn't matter, it's one thing. And it's moving through us, as us at all times. And mind is the law, which is also moving through us. That thing that says yes to us at all times. So as we put our energy out from that pious place of spirit, it comes back to us from that place. And we don't know where, but it comes back to us, and we never get in the way of where it comes back to us from, because we know it's good. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, is there anybody here for the very first time in this room? I know there are some online. Well, I tell you what, let's pretend we're here for the very first time, shall we? And guess what we know about you when we know about ourselves, and what is that? I am magnificent. And how about those people online? Who are they? You are magnificent. Now, I don't care where you look. You know how I feel about that. Look to the left, to the right, look up at the ceiling. I don't care, but let somebody know that they are magnificent. Uh-oh. You feel that beating there? That's right. You are magnificent. Magnificent. We're feeling. You two are magnificent.
So now we have Kyle and Louise with our opening song for our month of adventure.
Because we know, yes. What were you born to be?
It's the last time for this song, I think.
Get your motor running, head on the highway, looking for adventure. Yeah, whatever comes our way. Yeah, darling, gonna make it happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. Fire all your guns at once, explode into space like a true nature's child. Yeah, we were born to be wild. We can climb so high, I never wanna die. Born to be wild. Born to be wild.
All right, so let's just put our seatbelts on. Oh, no, we don't need to do that. But I do take this moment right now to recognize that we are born to be wild and amazing and wonderful and magnificent. And so I know that's what we celebrate here today, our beauty, our love, our magnificence, our power, our light, and that beautiful place within us that says yes to us at all times, to the adventure. So today we just rise our consciousness even higher as we meet here together, as we spread this love and allow it to pour out into the Kauai, onto the island, across the ocean to the whole world. That's what I know, that's what I announce, that's what I claim, that's what I allow, and I let it be so as we affirm together. And so it is.
Yeah, darling, gonna make it happen. Take the world in a love embrace. Fire all your guns at once and explode into space. Like a true nature's child, we were born to be wild. I can climb so high, I never wanna die. Born to be wild. Born to be wild. Oh yeah. Born to be wild. Born to be wild.
Welcome back.
Wow. Welcome home.
Yeah, welcome home, everyone.
Oh,
Okay, so today's a special Sunday because it is New Member Sunday. And we are going to invite a few people up here who have chosen to become members of Center for Spiritual Living Kauai, which means that they've chosen, first of all, to commit to their own spiritual growth and to study these principles and the principles that resonate to them, to create lives that are successful, happy, amazing, and that give them the power to walk through anything that's in front of them. They've committed to that, and they've committed to financially support the center in any way that feels comfortable to them, and they've committed to volunteer in any way that feels comfortable to them. So it's a big commitment, and we're very appreciative of that. So we're going to welcome them up in a minute.
and we have some very good news. Welcome. We have some very good news for you, people that procrastinate. You think to myself, oh, I wish I had become a member. That would have been really wonderful. But I didn't fill out any of my paperwork. And here's the other thing. You can be a member in 2 centers because we have a lot of people, there they are, online that have their centers in their home, and they also consider this to be their home as well when they're on the island. So here's the deal. You don't have to make a big scene or anything, but if you would still like to be a member and have not filled out the paperwork, we are inviting you. We could celebrate you. And then Angela's behind that wonderful curtain back there with the paperwork at the end of the thing. You can just go, you know what? I'm going to be a member. Now, there you go. And if you don't, we won't look.
No.
No. Okay, so anyway, that's our opportunity. Going once, going twice.
Okay.
There's a, whoa.
Now we just have to fill out your card. This is Lou and Gina.
You didn't know? Oh,
Lou and Gina. All right.
Okay.
So we'll read the other names as Kyle plays
And then
gently.
we're going to all be up here. Oh,
And
we have
Reverend
get-
Diane comes up. And you have those, right, Reverend Diane? Okay, so we'll get everybody up here first, and then we can. All right, so let's
And you
call
get
these
your
names
little
up.
rose. Okay.
Ann Darlington. I know
Ann,
you're here. Come on
Come on up.
Careful, honey. And Bob Lair.
Yeah.
And they have,
Over
I have a
here.
card for you here somewhere.
Let's
There
make
it
them a
is.
little room. Yeah, that's perfect.
Bob.
Come on over here.
Thank you. And Pam Sachs actually lives in California. So
She's
she is
online.
Welcome,
Pam. Global
and then
family.
Judy Hopner, are you here? Did
Yes,
I pronounce
she
your
is.
last name right?
Hepner.
Hepner.
Come
Come on up,
up, Judy.
Take your time.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Karen Campbell.
Oh,
Here you go, sweetheart.
welcome, sweetheart.
You're welcome. Come on up. Just come up and
Come on
stand.
over here.
Oh, you're welcome, honey.
There you go.
All right, Sharon
Yes,
D.
thank
West.
you for your email.
Yay.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah, just go stand next to everybody else. I think we should move this out of the way because we can put it back later.
What beautiful roses for
All
beautiful
right.
people. Yeah?
Pat Potter McAndrews is a relation.
She's
to
in the
Ann,
Bay- in
but
the
she's-
Bay
she's
Area,
in the
San
Bay
Jose.
Area. So hi, Pat, if you're watching. Amber Nunn, are you here?
Amber.
Amber's not here. And Karen, are you a new member? You are, right? I have to. Okay, come on in.
And what a beautiful dress to match that.
Look at you.
Wow.
All right. So we have a special song we always sing to our new members, and we're going to do that right now. All right, and it's the face of God.
Oh.
What?
What?
Aren't you a member already?
Well, damn, let's pull the whole crowd up.
I'll get you a card. All right. So sing to these lovely people.
Oh.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
You are the face of God.
Yes, you are.
I hold you in my arms. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me.
Yes.
You are the face of God.
One more time.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And those of you that didn't get cards, I will make you one. All right. Thank you. Oh my goodness. What do we do with the podium? Can you bring the podium back over?
Look at us. From born to be wild to the face of God.
It's all God.
And it just gets better, new people that just walk through our door. And since we're just like family thing happening today, I noticed some shells that walked in after we found out, but we have some information about you too that we'd like to share with you. Are you guys ready? You are magnificent. Just saying.
All right.
Let me
So
get this back here.
I think this is where we are right now. We are going to invite
They
Reverend
were
Diane
scared.
up, Reverend D, and she is going to lead us in our meditation and spiritual mind treatment. Thank you, Reverend D.
Knowing that what we do here doesn't stay here, and not just because we have a camera, but because we embody an energy that moves out from this place. And so we take this time at the beginning of service to embody the energy of peace and to allow that to go out from here to touch every heart everywhere. From this place of deep stillness and knowing the truth that there is only one thing going on, and it is the power, the presence, and the love of God moving in and through all things everywhere. We connect with that now. We remember that it's right where we are. And we call forth those attributes of God that are needed right here, right now. The beauty of God, abundance and peace, joy and prosperity, beauty and wisdom. In this moment, right here, right now, each one of us is intimately connected with the source of all life. It's not just here, it's everywhere. And so I know as I speak this word for all of us, and all people everywhere, that every heart is touched, every soul is connected, every one of us is intimately connected with the source of all life. It is who we are. And so in this moment, I call forth the blessing of right livelihood, knowing that each one of us is destined to live on purpose, to give our gifts, that each one of us is creatively expressing who and what we are. We are here to bring our gifts. And the gift is given already. It is within us. It is moving us in the direction of our dreams. I know, and I speak this word of blessing for divine abundance flowing in and through every area of our lives. Such gratitude for all the good that shows up right when it's needed. I give thanks for the abundant flow of good that allows us to give and to share, to release and to accept, all in one divine flow of good. Calling forth the divine energy of spirit in and through every cell of the body, I know that each one of us is patterned after perfection. I know that each one of us is divine and perfect at the center. And so in this moment, I release anything unlike that divine pattern of perfection, releasing it back to the native nothingness from which it came. It is gone, it is done, it is dissolved, it is no more. I speak this word to remove any obstacle that is in the way of our greater good, knowing that there is a power and a presence and a love that goes before us and prepares the way as we take the step forward in strength and confidence, knowing that right where we are, God is always supporting us, uplifting us, allowing us to move forward in our lives in a way that is amazing. I can feel that the prayer is done now. I know that it is done. The energy of spirit is moving through me in a way that I know it is done. And I am so grateful that I simply release my word to the law of mind and spirit, allowing it to do its perfect work in each one of our lives in the way that only God can do. And so in this moment, we are free to watch with wonder as life expands, as life heals, as life moves through us and expresses through us as us. And if you agree with this word I have spoken this morning, please join me in saying, and so it is. Mahalo keikua.
Mai na wa'a pai aku I kaina E lau hoi mai na wa'a pai aku I kaina Wahana I ke aluia E holomua I ke aluia Wahana I ke aluia E holomua I ke aluia E lau hoi mai na wa'a Pai aku I kaina E lau hoi mai na wa'a Pai aku I kaina E lau lima pukako E lau lima pukako A holono I ke ka hoe I ka hoe I ke ka I ka hoe I ka hoe I ke ka Don't stop I ke ka hoe I ka hoe I ke ka I ka hoe I ka hoe I ke ka Keep singing that E lau hoi mai na wa'a Pai aku I kaina E lau hoi mai na wa'a Pai aku I kaina I ke ka hoe I ka hoe I ke ka I ka hoe I ka hoe I ke ka You guys are amazing. You guys are magnificent.
first of all, let me hand this to Sharon before I forget. Thank you, Sharon. So I don't want to let it be forgot that we still have a war going on in the Ukraine and Russia, and we want to hold that consciousness, continue to hold it. And one of the things we've done is we've donated part of our tithe, a good portion of our tithe, to the World Food Table. I did some research, and 98% of what we give there goes to, and they're specifically aiming it toward that right now, the refugees,
coming over
to make sure that they get fed every day. So I think that's really beautiful that we can do that. But let's just take a moment of silence for it, and for peace to, and hearts to be softened, to for that beautiful, amazing energy of love to permeate that experience and lift the people up that are suffering right now, and also soften the hearts of those that need to be softened, and to bless our leaders that are doing their best to help right now, and to know that they're guarded and guided and directed in perfect harmony with that divine power. So let's just take a moment of silence, please. And just taking a deep breath and anchoring our spirit in that infinite connection that connects us all, no matter what, to each other. And that the love that we feel right here and right now, the peace, permeates all experience. And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
As we heard that beautiful breath of new life
I know.
during that. Our little baby.
Letting us know. All right. So thank you, Kyle, for that beautiful song, and Louise and Reverend Diane for your beautiful treatment. Thank you. And so we are ready to move on to our beautiful little interview time.
So this month has been all about adventure, has it not? And we
I
have
don't think
all
you've
had
a
some
chance to been up here yet,
adventures
have
this
you,
month.
for the adventure month.
No, I haven't talked about adventure.
Well, I'm sure you have lots to say.
I'm not very adventurous.
I don't believe that for 1 minute.
We've got documentation.
I do have courage, though.
Yes.
And what I know is that when we have a dream of something, whether it's climbing a mountain, moving across the ocean, anybody been there? Or starting something new that we feel called to do, that is an adventure. We all have adventure in our lives, something that's calling us. And when we say yes to it, that takes a lot of courage.
Yes.
And so I know that there have been many times in my life when I had to trust God, trust that everything would be provided, and take the next step even though I couldn't see it as I moved forward. That's an adventure. That's
an adventure.
yeah. You know, I sometimes think that it's just about, like ATVing over big mountains or hiking, somewhere insane up the face of, but that's not it. We all live adventurous lives every time we say yes to something that feels just a little bit scary, and we do it anyway. So,
Right.
yeah.
I think it's great about the simplicity of Brene Brown. For those of you who know that incredible woman that I talk about occasionally, she was talking about the courage that you're speaking of, that we look for the extraordinary instead of sometimes that adventure is so much in what they call ordinary and simple. And so, yeah. So what are you doing that's simple and extraordinary these days?
Well, I've been known to make a decision and then have the universe just bring everything in and make the path for me. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of what I've been doing. I started a new job in October, I
Yes.
changed my mind about that, and I got a new job in January. Let's see, I moved to Kauai about 6 years ago.
Yeah, I think that's about.
I lost my job, and I decided that was the perfect time to go to ministerial school. Do you ever have something like that happen to you? Talk about an adventure. Ministerial school is an adventure.
Hallelujah.
An adventure in here. Oh, my goodness. And, so right here and right now, I'm kind of, I'm not sure if I'm at the end of a current adventure or if there's another door about to open. And have any of you ever had that feeling like a door is opening?
Yes.
Yep.
You don't know what's going to happen, but something is going to happen. And and I've learned to trust that whenever that kind of adventure opens up in my path, God's got my back, and we're going forward, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. Boy, it was scary when I first started doing that, but it's not anymore. I trust, so
Trust.
yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Diane.
Wonderful.
You're welcome.
Give it up for Rev
Yeah,
D.
yeah.
I guess you're giving your mic up to Sharon, too.
I'm going to do the affirmation
yes, you are.
first.
Hey, taking my
Thank you.
job.
She jumped ahead of you there, Kyle.
I got this. Our affirmation this month is, I am living a powerful and loving adventure. That sounds pretty cool, huh? Yeah, let's say
Yes.
that together twice. I am living a powerful and loving adventure. I am living a powerful and loving adventure. And
Perfect.
so it is.
So it is.
And here is the choir with Sharon West.
Yes. CSL Kauai Choir with our beautiful director, Sharon West.
Thank you. I know you recognize the introduction of this song. It's old. It's called a Christian song, but it is a universal song because of the way that it was written and the man's life who wrote it. His name was John Newton. He was a slave trader. And at one point in his life, he realized that he looked at everyone he saw as a human being. And so this song is an outgrowth of that consciousness of change, of adventure. Look it up on Google. You'll be amazed to hear his story. So we want you to have your voices ready to chime in with us. We're going to sing the first verse at the end, and we'd love for you to throw your heads back and let it rip.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I see. Was blind, but now I see.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. I once was lost,
beautiful. So that's so perfect, because that story you told about the slave trader, Sharon, because it really fits this quote that I'm going to read from Ernest Holmes. Our topic today is YOLO, which is you only live once. And Patrick and I both have our different ideas on it, but I'll start with mine. Anyway, so there is a quote by Ernest Holmes that says this, and it's so apropos of what you just said. Suppose someone says, I have made a lot of mistakes in my life. I had opportunities I did not grasp. Every man has this feeling in some time in his life. This is a direct belief that there is but one opportunity which comes to man, and if he does not take it, he will have no more. This is a belief in limited opportunities, and it must be denied completely and specifically. It is not that we have made no mistakes, but if the belief in the necessity of mistakes stays in the consciousness, then there is bound to be a repetition. So I think that that's a very promising quote for people who think that they have done something in their life that they can never be forgiven for, or that they can never have repentance for, or they can never change their life around. It is so, it's like, what is that? Somebody's phone. Okay, please turn your phones off. I like crickets, but there's too many crickets. So it's a very condemning thing, and it is not what we are, what this philosophy is about at all. This philosophy is about love. This philosophy is about the idea that we can start over any moment that we choose to start over. This philosophy is about changing our life. We don't believe in karma. Like, we believe that karma, in that we don't have to completely repeat our karma if we make a different decision for our life. And that in every moment we're new. And the thought, and what he's talking about, beliefs, we have like beliefs within us sometimes that feel that way or other ways, but what we know is that we can change our beliefs. We can change them. We can rewire our brains to believe differently. And coming from a higher place, coming from a more loving place. Sometimes it has to be repeated over and over and over until we get it. But people will say, well, why does it take so long? A lot of times it takes so long is because we've been programmed so long from the time we were child, actually from the time we were in the womb, of believing a certain way. And I don't know, we need to be more gentle with ourselves to say that we can change our beliefs, and we can do it. It's possible. Lots of people do it. I've done it. There's people in this room that have done it. And so when I say I only live once, maybe I only live this particular experience once, but I have lived so many lives within my one life that I wouldn't even recognize myself if I stepped back into my life and said, oh my God, was that Rita? I was told when I was, when I first started singing, when I was in my, I guess, my late 20s, maybe mid to late 20s, and my teacher said to me, you know, you have a very old face. Okay. She goes, but someday you'll grow into your face. And I was like, I think she meant it as a compliment. But I think I was an old spirit, and I just had a more mature face. And so hopefully it's not too much more mature now, but I mean, I'm sure it is. Anyway, but I've always remembered her saying that. And then I had a dad who told me, like, us Andriellos, we grow younger with age, as he would say it as he was flexing his muscles at 70 and 75. We grow younger with age, and I have always believed that. Because we grow younger because we have the opportunity to make new decisions in every single moment. We have the opportunity to change the course of our lives in every single moment. And to me, that's exciting. That is amazing. That is incredible. But it takes courage to do that, too. I mean, it takes courage to make a new decision for our life. Sometimes we're going to be like, people are going to criticize us for sure, right? I mean, maybe not, but I mean, I've been criticized before and judged for things, but it didn't make me know that. That's the interesting thing. I would feel like, well, they don't like me because of what I'm doing right now, but I kept doing it anyway. what's that? I must have not cared, even though I told myself that I did. But, sometimes we will be judged. Sometimes we will be criticized. Sometimes it will be hard for us to walk, like Diane was saying, through the terror barrier. It doesn't mean we don't get scared. It just means that we walk through even though we're scared. We walk through. And this situation happened with my eye last week. Well, actually, it's been 2 weeks. It's hard to believe. If you don't know, I tore the retina in my eye, or somebody did. No, I did. So for whatever reason I did, it's all right. It's healing and it's perfect. But that was like scary in a moment, but because I know that I have this power and presence of Spirit of God that walks with me, through me, as me, I could walk through the experience even though it was scary. And it didn't feel scary. It felt like a letting go. I don't know if I said this last week because I've said so many things to so many people, but it was like as soon as I surrendered to the process of having to walk through the whole thing, there was like a peacefulness that came over me, and I knew that everything was going to be okay, no matter what. It would be okay. I could handle anything. It could be okay. God can handle anything? And if I'm claiming that I'm God, that I am the power and presence of that expression, that creator, and that all that God is in me, all that source is, what if you don't like the word God, all that source is, all that this divine light, this divine power is in me, then I should be able to walk through anything. Because some people get the idea that in this philosophy that we don't have issues come up, that we don't have issues. We live in a world of race consciousness. We live in a world of that stuff is happening. We live in it, and we're subject to all that. But the truth is, we can rise above it. And I think that's the gift of this philosophy, is we get to understand that we can rise above it, and we can set our life in a different direction. And any time that I've ever had something in my life that has caused me to suffer, or if I want to use that word, or that has been less than ideal, I have always come through it with some great, amazing gift that has shifted me in a different direction. So I do not claim that we don't have things come up. I claim that we can walk through anything that comes up. And I know that's the truth because I've done it a million times. So as far as one life and all of that, like I said, I've had so many lives. I can't even count them. And I've had opportunities that's the other thing in that quote that it says you think there's only one opportunity. I've had opportunities that in the moment it seemed like I was passing them by. Those are the Harley guys, right? I used to be a Harley girl, if you can believe that. I rode cross country in a Harley twice in my life, so yeah, I did. I didn't do all the things Harley girls do, though. She did, all right. Anyway, well, that was a life that I had. I didn't even think of it until they drove by. But boy, that was quite a life. Okay, so anyway, I don't even know what I was going to say. But I was going to say that I've had a lot of different opportunities that I thought were possibly would never come again. Like, I was so dramatic. Like when I was going to college, there was a point where I wanted to be an actress and I wanted to study acting, and that's what I wanted to do, but I felt responsible. So I turned to teaching because teaching would be the thing that would, be able to help support my family and all of that. And I did. And I turned to teaching. But I remember this little in my heart, like that wasn't really what I wanted to do. And I was a great teacher, don't take my word. And I ended up teaching theater. But that opportunity kept coming back to me to be an actress. It came back to me a million times. Maybe I didn't go to Broadway or whatever, but I don't, I had so many Broadway experiences that I can't tell you as an actress. And so what I'm trying to say is that that opportunity, although at the moment I didn't take it, even though sometimes we don't take it, even when we see it coming and we go, oh my God. If something's meant to be yours, it will come back to you. It will, and it will keep coming back. If you're meant to do that thing, whatever it is, it will come back to you until you face it, or not. I mean, I think it's possible that you won't face it and that you'll go on in your next expression, whatever that is, and face it again, because I do believe in past lives. But we've talked about that the other night, and I don't know what you all believe in it, and Ernest Holmes doesn't, but I do. Anyway, but you will get the opportunity to live whatever that experience is again and again. I think we have a million lives in this life, in eternity. The thought that we would think that we only have one life. Now, the good part about thinking that is possibly you'll embrace life more, right? Because there is that feeling like that we turn away from things and we don't really fully go in, like Diane was talking about. But that maybe if we say to ourselves that whole saying, YOLO, I guess it is. We heard it on that movie. What's the name of that movie? Long story short, YOLO. Because the guy kept procrastinating every single solitary thing. But I think that it could be a powerful thing if it makes us move forward, like if we think we only live once. But please, 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 please don't ever think that you don't have another opportunity. You have limitless opportunities. You have limitless opportunities. Ernest Holmes wrote, I stand in the midst of eternal opportunity, which is forever presenting me with the evidence of its full expression. We stand in the midst of eternal opportunities. It never ends. We get to have amazing experiences if we choose to have them. And even like things, when things happen, like things like what happened to me with my eye, that's still an opportunity. It's still an adventure. That's the theme this month, right? I didn't know when I claimed that as the theme this month that I would have that kind of adventure, but obviously I did somewhere in my heart. But that's an opportunity to do. Can you take something like that and embrace it fully and walk through it? I mean, the people that I've seen that hide their things like that have usually suffered a great deal more than those that have been open about it. My own mentor, Reverend James Mellon, was diagnosed with 4-stage throat cancer and announced it to the whole congregation. And for a year and a half, well, about a year, maybe a little more than that, we walked through that with him to his healing. And I really believe it was because he opened up and allowed us, allowed himself to be vulnerable and allowed us to support him, and that helped him through that, and that created the healing for him. And it did. It created the healing for him. So, yeah, there's nothing we can't do. We might think we only live once, but we live a million times, and every moment's new. So my prayer is, and my knowing is for all of us, that we will take those opportunities and know that they never run out, and that when we're done with one thing, we know that we're done with it, and we can move on and not have the regret or think we have to stay somewhere because we're stuck there. We're never stuck. We're constantly expanding. We're constantly growing. That's who we are. We can't help ourselves. It's who we are. We're constantly growing. We're constantly expanding because that's what we do. God's not expanding that power and that infinite presence, but we are. We are, because that's what our evolution is. We're getting to know ourselves in that way better. And that's what's happening now. That's why I know that, and I said it last week, this is old. What's happening in the Ukraine right now is old. It's old consciousness, and it can't last. It just can't. And the more that we can find that place within us that is that healing place, that peaceful place, that will have to be pushed out. It will have to be pushed out into the nothingness from which it came. I know that. So please, if you do anything right now, just take those moments to be your own peace, to be your own understanding, to be your own opportunity, to open up to the universe and say, oh, what's the opportunity here? There's an opportunity for me here. Even in crisis, there is an opportunity. So that is my prayer. That is my knowing, and I'm so grateful. So thank you for all your support that I've received over the last couple of weeks for my healing, and I totally, completely embody it and love it. So thank you for that. Namaste. Hey, thank you. And I think.
Oh, Yeheya, praise the Spirit. Praise the Spirit in each of us. We are spirit living in a body. Oh, Yeheya, praise the Spirit.
am listening to the music of the Holy Spirit. Oh, what a song God is singing. I will listen all day long. I will listen all day long. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah.
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 Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Oh, yeah, hey, yeah.
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 Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Oh, yeah, hey, yeah.
Oh, yeah, hey, yeah.
Hallelujah.
I am lifted in the love of the Holy Spirit. Oh, what a joy! God is singing. I will listen all day long. I will listen all day long. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. 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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. 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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I am moving to the rhythm of the Holy Spirit. This dance of life, God inspired, keeps me dancing. Faith is strong, keeps me dancing. My faith is strong. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. 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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. 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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah. There's a silence in the stillness of the Holy Spirit. Oh, what a light. God is shining. I will see it. Everywhere. I will be it. Everywhere. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. 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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. 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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. Hallelujah.
Yes, give it up again. Well, we've had a roller coaster of vibrational frequency today, have we not? Takes you there, takes you there, takes you there. It's beautiful. How's everyone doing? YOLO. I love that I didn't even know what that was until they were like, YOLO. And I was like, wow, that's so mystical. I like it. You only live once. what's interesting about this is I had this great idea about where I was going with this. And of course, I woke up this morning very early and I said, you ain't going there. I go, who's talking to me? You're not going there, because there was a whole other way that that I was being guided. And I said, all righty, let's do it. Let's do it. So I always think of you only live once as kind of a motivator, right? Because you figures if you only live once, you better get going, right? Let's get moving. Now, we haven't always done that for various reasons. And since this is not a psychology class, we won't get too deep into that. But it also can be a fear to, I remember in college, you only live once, party, born to be wild, you know, and in that voice as well. But I thought that there's two ways to look at this. You know, you only live once, let's get going. Time's a wasting. Or you only live once, which scares people because it appears to be destructive. You only live once, man. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it no matter what you say. You're not the boss of me. That wasn't me as a child, because my parents were very much the boss of me. So I was thinking of that, and I thought, in the movie they say there never seems to be enough time. Do you ever feel that? There's never enough time. I have said it so many times. There's never enough time. And it says, I often find that later turns into too late. And I thought, yeah, I'll do that later. I'll do that later. I'll do that later. Yeah. So, Miguel Ruiz, we all know him, 4 Agreements. I was laughing because a lot of people asked if we would do that class, and we did, right? And they go, I have read that 4 Agreements so many times. I go, yeah, but have you lived those 4 Agreements so many times? That's the key about books that we reread, right? I'm getting all this stuff on Facebook. They go, I love that book, I love that book, I love that book. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I'm really seeing that if we lived the agreements, and beautiful Marion Head over there has her agreements too, revolutionary agreements. And it's all about the agreements we have with self. So anyway, where I had to take a detour today, Don Miguel Ruiz, death is not the biggest fear we have. Our biggest fear is taking the risk to be alive. The risk to be alive and to express what we are. Yeah, I was telling Rita today, I don't know how frightened I am to leave, because that last step is the last step, and then I don't know what it is anyway, and I'll be gone. But to be able to live a life full, to live life to its fullest, to express who I truly am in every moment, now that to me is an adventure. So what happened with my little left-hand turn today was, I was thinking this week, we've had many anniversaries. The first one was, I remember 2 years ago, having Rita's birthday over the Hukilau, and there was that vibe happening, and the waiter was like, yeah, something's happening, man. I don't know what it is. It was a vibrational frequency called the COVID. And it was coming at you, you know? And I said, how's business? Of course, that's the first thing we say. How's business? Are the tourists here? You know, it was that kind of energy, right? And then on the 14th, we go to a sacred earth choir. And everybody's kind of enjoying the music, right, Marion? And we were kind of like, oh, you're kind of getting a little too close. They're starting to buzz. There's a buzz going on. And then on the 15th, they say, close it down, man. And because I believe to keep on going, we have live stream that kept us going. 10 people every single Sunday. Our musicians came in, and we had our 10 people here, and we were able to activate the sound and everything. And I'm saying yes. And we never missed one Sunday, ever, since we've opened these doors 9 years ago. Speaking of 9 years ago, guess who got off the plane 9 years ago yesterday? It was me. I had all my seeds in my hand. Rita was getting things taken care of back on the front, because we were moving forward to plant the seeds called CSL, Kauai. And I'm going to let you know, I was scared. I was scared. I'd like to say I had chest up and going out. I was like, where the hell am I? And then Rita, with her loving support, keep going. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Yes. She kept going. It really was funny because when we were deciding to come here, I always like to tell family secrets. She says, "You're not working right now full time, are you? I guess you should get going." Oh, but I think it'd be much better if we go together, honey. She goes, "No, I think I'll take here. You go there." Ooh. And it was an adventure. Oh, so what does that have to do with anything? It has everything to do with everything. Not only adventure, but I was given the message today about foreboding joy. I was with some friends the other night, and we were talking about foreboding joy, and it really hit me very hard about foreboding joy. And have you ever had one of those epiphanies where I have been talking about foreboding joy for years and years and years? And then this morning, we were in a conversation about a little bit of fear of some stuff, is it going to work out, is it not? And I went, oh my God, we're foreboding joy. And I said, I got to get into that. And I got excited because even though Brene Brown did not she coined it that we kind of know about foreboding joy right now. Foreboding joy has been going on since the beginning of time, by the way. And so I really got to wondering about this. And I said, and this is what it is that Brene Brown is. Foreboding joy is a term used, and in a nutshell, foreboding joy is a dress rehearsal for tragedy. It's preparing for the worst even when things are at their best. Have you ever done that? Nobody probably in this room. But it really hit me into a really big way. It's like the risk of the adventure of loving someone, loving something, loving your pet, loving the person you're with. It takes a risk. And sometimes when we want to forebode joy, why are we wanting to forebode joy? It's because we don't want to be, and that's a huge one for me, I don't want to be disappointed. So if I don't fully write my book, I'm never going to be disappointed. You see, writing my book, which I'm doing right now, there's no fear of disappointment because I'm writing it. But what happens when I wrote it? My book's done. You know, that feeling. And I was thinking, oh my God. And I started looking at this vision board. A few of you have been able to peek at it. Angela, she came over for something and she saw my vision board. My God. It's that vision board. And I was looking up at the vision board and I thought, oh wow. Foreboding joy would be that fear of disappointment. Because see, if I never complete those and I just keep visioning them, I won't ever be disappointed and I'll never fail. And I thought, okay, but you're a little more than that, Patrick. Come on. And I started going, wow, how many times have we done that in our lives? I remember as a kid, and this isn't to shock value you, but my dad was less than perfect. And I remember coming home and my mom would say, we're going to the fair, we're going here, we're going that. If your dad's not drunk, you guys can go. And I was like, wow. So we were always in constant what? Fear of disappointment. So you're always foreboding joy because you're rehearsing the tragedy. And so we're going to go here. Just like next weekend, they're dropping the mask mandate. Oh, premature. They're dropping the mask mandate. But I'm even talking to Angela during work, and I'm going, I'm a little nervous, and I'm thinking, why? What if they change their minds? Fear of disappointment. And I'm thinking, but I have Spirit working through me. I have Spirit working through me. And yet there's still that little boy that's going, what if Dad's drunk? And we don't get to go to the fair. And that isn't to make you cry and feel bad for me, even though you're more than welcome to. But I have worked through it, or I wouldn't be talking about it. But that's that whole idea. And I'm thinking, well, what does foreboding joy have about living life to the fullest? And I'm thinking, you're not going to live, I was saying this morning, you're never going to live life to the fullest if you're rehearsing tragedy and disappointment. I have to know that there is this power within me, in Patrick, in each and every one of us, right? That can reach out there and say, yeah, but it's a risk to love. It's a risk to do any of that. And why? Because when you risk to love, they could leave. When you risk anything, it could be over. And that's the whole idea of foreboding joy, is that some people even stay in that lovely place that the Catholicism calls purgatory. You know, the place you're not going anywhere. You're not going there. You're not going there until somebody tells you you're going there. And so I thought to myself, that's what it's like when you're not making a decision to move forward. When you're not saying, I'll go on the adventure scared. When I came here 9 years ago, all I prayed for was for that plane to just never land. No, I was deep in meditation. I was like, oh man, we're like 30 minutes from Livelihood. Oh my God, we're 30 minutes from, I don't know where the hell I am. And all of a sudden I remember it landing, I'm going, no, I think we should just circle all the islands, just for fun. Because I knew that once I landed, I knew that the decision had been there and I got it. And this beautiful island, it was dark. I got there at night, it was black out there. It was like, I went, where am I? And I was up in Kauai. And there was pigs and things, and I was just like, what happened? Darling, I love you, but give me back Avenue. Now I'm okay. 9 years later. So just a couple more. I wrote, another symptom is that we choose disappointment as a lifestyle. And that's that one area I just want to cover for a minute, the one that says, like a purgatory, I'm not going to get too excited. And if it happens, that's nice. If it doesn't happen, all right, that's okay. I won't be too excited. I won't get. And for me, the key to manifestation is excitement. I know for me personally that, and I'm a little excitable if you've noticed that about, but I cannot manifest unless I'm really excited. I'm talking about the excitement, and Joe Dispenza says it too. You go out, you send the intention out, and it comes back with feeling. It's not going to be, there's not going to be feeling if you're going, it'll be okay if it does, if it happens, it doesn't. It's got to go, yes, it's going to happen. We're taking a trip, and I was telling Rita, all of these things are coming up. We're going to go to the cottages, celebrate the birthday, Tear-Eye, Oahu, go, get her done. And I was thinking, wow. I had a plan, man. And then my little boy tried to come in. Oh, sneaky, and I'd do too much work for that. Tried to come in going, see, I knew we were going to be disappointed. See, you can't make plans. And so instead of going, don't say, I went, come here. Did you know the cottages, again, the Waimea cottages, they're still there? And did you know that we can do that again? And did you know the most important thing right now is that Rita heals her eye? That's what's important right now. Instead of, see what I mean? It always happens. And I really, really invite us all to really take a look at where we might be foreboding joy in our lives. Where we can take a moment to say, no matter how risky it is, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take that adventure. I'm going to dare to be me. Because vulnerability is what it's actually all about. As she will say, ignoring the vulnerability is, when we lose our tolerance for vulnerability, joy becomes foreboding. Because in order to have an adventure, in order to do it, you must be vulnerable. Joy, did you know, statistically, for all you people that love stats, did you know that the biggest emotion that people are afraid of is joy? And Oprah Winfrey was like, joy, you got to be kidding. She was talking to Brene Brown. You got to be kidding. No, it makes sense though, doesn't it? Because in order to be joy-filled, and it makes me want to cry, in order to be joy-filled, you must be vulnerable. You must be vulnerable enough to say, I love you, and you might die, or you might go away, or you might not like me. You might stand up and say, this is who I am, and someone say, I don't like who you are. But you don't care because I'm joy-filled. And when you have that power of joy in you, to me, it's not even a luxury. It's a beautiful global obligation for us to give joy out, to not go into morbidity, even for our brothers and sisters that are now going through a lot. Ours is to say, we're here, we're shining a light, man. Here's my light. I love you. I love you. But they can't hear you? Oh, yes, they can. We love you. But if I sit there and go, how in the world can this, and that's what I feel at times, how is this happening? Then I go into morbidity and then the elevator goes down. Terribly exciting, isn't it? So I'll leave you with another vibrational. George Bernard Shaw says, life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Oh, I love Bernard. George. Okay, this is my last one, like it or not. Living life to the fullest means continually reaching out for newer, richer, deeper, life-changing experiences. It means using those experiences and a means for personal growth and pushing the boundaries to be who? To be yourself. That's where we're at. We're going to take the courage not to climb a mountain necessarily, but to say, I can have joy. It's okay. And you know what the biggest thing about that is? You don't need anyone's permission. You just need that to say, I deserve joy. Say it with me before I deserve joy. I love myself. Patrick looks really good today. No. You know I have to leave you crying and laughing. You don't even know what your emotions are when you leave here. Namaste.
What a fun Sunday.
Fun Sunday. You bet it is.
So thank you in advance for all the beautiful, amazing donations that come into the center that keep us thriving and moving forward and expanding. And thank you. And I just know they return to you multiplied abundantly. Thank you to everybody online. I think you can see all the different ways you can give.
That's right.
Rob's got them up on the screen. And we are just totally appreciative. So thank you. And let's do it. You ready, Kyle?
Is it coming out? Huh? Oh, okay. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been,
you have a mic?
and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. So I lift up my hands now, I open my heart. Gratitude goes out to everything near and far, and all that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all.
For it all, I give thanks for all the gifts, the tithes, the offering, and the love, the blessings that you placed in these baskets, knowing that they go out from here as CSL Kauai thrives and shares who they are with the world. I am so blessed and grateful for your generous spirit. Mahalo.
Thank you, everyone, so much. Are children here? No? Oh, all right.
I saw them.
Well, grab them and oh, here they come. Are they here?
Do.
I know that Yeah. Are they here?
Yeah.
Here they are.
They're in the raid in the icebox.
Should we? I think we should move this. Can you move it? Depending on how many there are.
Well, they were in the kitchen. Have you ever been a kid in the kitchen?
Raiding the icebox.
Cookie jar, that's right.
Hello.
Aloha.
Aloha. Thank you, Loya,
Is
for
that a cup
taking
of
the
coffee?
children.
Oh, no.
Aloha, Miss Janice. Aloha, Miss Loya. So they don't have a microphone, though.
Oh.
I left it on the table behind Lloyd.
Grab it, Janice. Make sure it's on. Okay.
We had the most wonderful time because we are recognizing the love of Mother Earth and the love of plants. And so each child, I brought some plants for them to plant. And they did it. And then you can tell about what you're naming it and what you want to say about
Do you want me to hold it for you? So you can hold the mic? No. Okay. All right.
We drew pictures of rats for some reason, I guess.
Love these kids.
I'm talking about the plants. We did plants and we got to plant them ourselves. First we put some sand at the bottom, then we put the soil, then we planted it.
Then we watered it. Then we pushed some soil down. And then we're gonna name it, and I have no idea what I'm not gonna name.
This is Rat Godzilla. Wait.
Rat Godzilla.
Oh, how warm and fuzzy.
Creative.
What is yours name?
Rat sausage.
Rat sausage.
Hey.
You are beautiful.
All right.
All of you.
Thank you, Miss Loya. Thank you, Miss Janice. And should we give our beautiful
Yes.
children a blessing? You ready? Oh, she has one more
Oh, yeah.
thing. What is it? Aria has one more
This
thing
is
to say.
regular rat and this is Rat Godzilla.
Oh, big difference. I like that.
And so parents, please remind at first, for the first month, remind them to water their plants every 3 days. Just a little water every 3 days.
Loya would
Great.
know. All right. You ready? Yeah, what kind of plant is it, Loya?
It grows this tall.
It doesn't need a name.
It's all right. It's okay. It doesn't
Yay.
matter. Thank you.
Okay, ready?
You ready?
You
are amazing. You are perfect. You are magnificent. And we love you. Woohoo!
Oh, these kids are getting so
I'm gonna
grown up. Wow, what's wrong?
I'm going to let you lift.
Yeah. So we were actually telling Loya before she went over too that this little project that they did, we have our creative principle. I mean, our creative teaching here is where they drop the seed, which is the idea, into there. It goes into the soil, which is our subjective field, and then it comes out, bam, the manifestation. So they just showed you the entire creative process.
Right.
Okay.
Do you want Kyle?
Yes.
Charles to come
Charles?
up first? Charles, come on up first. Charles has something to
We have
announce.
something to say to you.
But
No,
I
I'm
don't
just
think we
kidding.
picked a date yet, but no, we have not. But it's going to start in April, right? Okay, so this is very exciting,
Yeah.
everyone.
Okay, hold on.
Hold on.
Ready?
Put your seatbelts on.
Yeah.
Mic check. Nope. Mic. There
Yep.
it is. Yes.
Go for it. You don't have any notes. You're going to have to just tell them what it is.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
What are you
children
looking
of
at
all
our notes
ages.
for? What are you going to say with
She
those?
pointed down. We are starting a young adult group, just a group to where, from about 18 to 35. So I'm not
Oh,
going to be in
good.
it apparently because I'm almost 36.
Yeah, but you're leading it.
But
I
you're the
know, I'm
lead.
kidding. 18 to 35, we're going to bring folks together, the younger folks together to talk about spirit, to talk about living in alignment with spirit and how and what that looks like to us nowadays in this tumultuous time, but also to build community right here at CSL and to making sure that we are always living our true authentic selves as well and supporting each other in that too.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
pass
Great.
the word.
Yes.
Yeah.
Date to be
It's-
announced, I
It's
would
going to
think.
start in April, we decided, right?
Yes.
And I think Jamie's going to be part of
I
it.
think,
but
Jamie,
don't
you're
know.
jumping in with
Once
them
she
too.
gets- once she
Because
gets
she doesn't
through
have
her-
enough to do with her baby and all the. Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Charles.
Thank you. Okay, so.
Okay,
all right,
so a couple things. This Friday, we have our spiritual cinema. I have it like this. It goes faster if I can have it in my hand. March 25th at 6 p.m. We're showing Miracle Mornings. It's an entire movement that's going on. I'm sure some of us have heard about that. But anyway, it's a documentary, and you know what it is. I love these documentaries when they're short. And so please come by for some popcorn and some conversation this Friday, right?
Right.
And then we have youth and family game night this Sunday, which is really going well, I hear. They're bringing the kids in.
Is
and they're
this
playing.
Sunday?
Oh, not
Is
the
it this-
27th.
The 27th.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be
No.
next Sunday,
Yeah.
27th. And then you want to tell about the Sacred Healing Circle?
Yes, our monthly healing circle will be held on March 29th. It's a Tuesday night at 6:30, and it's a time to come and just be and allow yourself to just be meditated and treated, and music. It's just a beautiful evening to bring whatever it is that's ailing you to the table and just lay it there, and you don't have to say a thing. You just sit there and enjoy the process and enjoy the chamber of prayer with our practitioners. So join us on March 29th, Tuesday at 6:30. It lasts about an hour.
And tell a little bit about our treatments. They're here every Sunday, treatment box.
There's a treatment box out there if you have something that's come up for you during the service. The power of spiritual mind treatment is our healing modality, and I'm telling you, it works. Proof in my life over and over and over and over again. And there are practitioners present like Reverend Diane and Rob and Roseanne, and I don't know who else is here today. I think that's the only ones here. Soon we're going to have a whole new crop. To do treatment with you, if you have something that's come up and you want a treatment right now, you can get one. You can just go outside and meet them outside or someplace private. If you want a session, that's a whole different story, and they'll tell you about that. And we are all available for
Yes.
sessions.
And I would always suggest with sessions that we do them, try to do them before crisis, because what happens is that we call it prayed up, but there's many, many ways to say it. Just in your life, if everything is going just wonderful, that's the time to have a session as well and go. That's the time, so you're building up that consciousness, right? So just a couple things. Next Sunday is called No Restrictions Sunday, and that's when they're dropping the mandate on our island, and we're having so they're dropping everything. But what it's really is, it's more symbolic for us and much more just that idea. And the title of our talk is Beyond the Masquerade. And so stay tuned. You never know what'll be popping up next Sunday. But the great thing is happening, not just the brilliant messages and the brilliant music, we're having hot dogs. Because we can have food, and all of you people that go, I don't eat hot dogs, all I got to say is, too bad. No, but we're going to have hot dogs and potato chips and potato salad, and it's going to be outside, and we're going to barbecue them, and we're just going to have a moment just to say we're proud of ourselves for the last couple of years. And you know, like I said, that came up for me when I go, yeah, but what happens if they change their mind on Friday at 11:59? Not that I'm counting the exact timing of it. And I go, we're going to have hot dogs anyway. So please join us next week, and just kind of a way to put us all back into the room. And then last but not least, we have the 4 agreements starting on better yet said, Living the 4 Agreements. On the 30th, it's a 4-week. You can sign up in the back. And then we're bringing back, by popular demand, Rap with the Revs. Rap with the Revs. We did it we haven't done it in 2 years, and that's where we all go in a circle and
we rap.
And we rap. No, we're going to rap with the Revs. That's where we can all get to know our community. And so we're bringing that back. It's it's right after service on the 4th, and lasts about 45 minutes, and then you're off to your brunch or wherever you go after you go here. What's that? April 4th?
We're starting it
3rd?
on April.
Is it the 3rd?
Or is it the
Sunday?
3rd? Whatever that Sunday is, the first Sunday in April.
April 3rd, we're going to be there. There won't be hot dogs, but we will be in a circle on April 3rd. So that's it. I think that we're good. And
Oh, you know,
Go ahead.
Good. You want me to
No,
say?
yeah.
Yeah. If you could start, the cup. There's a cup dilemma on this island, a coffee cup dilemma. We just went to a
Distribution.
inter-island distributor and got cups, and you might have noticed them today. But it would really help the environment and help us. If you bring your own coffee mug, we can't wash them here, but you can bring your own, like Patrick and I have over there, and it'll save the environment and it will save a lot of things. So yeah, thank you.
And if
for
you
that.
don't go on
And
to all shame factor.
Don't go into a shame factor. That's why we have cups.
And it
but-
has a lid on top
Yeah,
of it, but
the
most
lids.
do, don't they?
Yeah.
Don't
So
most?
thank you for
Yeah,
that.
try that. See how
So
that
is that
works.
it?
I think that is it. And and we recycle our menus, by the way. And choir, if you want to jump in, you want to come stay
And
with
choir-
it. It's every Monday
every
at
Monday.
6:20. They warm up. And you don't have to read music.
Yes, and
Okay.
they're having a really good time and building a real community, aren't you? Yes. I think
All
I
right.
can tell. All right, I
I'm
think
done.
we're ready. Let's do it.
What do
Oh
you
my
think,
God,
guys?
we're late, but that's 'cause of, yeah, we did a lot.
Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. People done gone crazy. People done gone mad. People done forgot the superpowers we all have. We were born to love, not hate. We can decide our fate. Look for the good in everyone. Celebrate all our mistakes. If there's a silver lining, we still have to find it. Sing with me, come on. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone.
Right here and right now for the good in everyone. The good in everyone that I'm seeing there. The good in everyone that I'm seeing in that wonderful, wonderful live streaming. We have a lot of people who put a lot of things together today. Let's start out with our beautiful Malama team, which is Maureen Murphy and Leslie David. Our wonderful, wonderful Reverend Diane Decker, who was our practitioner and beautiful treatster today. And Rob Jones and Jonathan back there making it all happen with Natalia. Natalia's, and she's also snapping pictures. We got a busy thing happening. Our social media and tech intern, that's who she is. Kyle LeBenz and Louise Padella. What's going on over here? Let's give it up for them. Thank you. Charles Woolfork in his 30s. Yes. And our beautiful, beautiful CSL choir with Sharon West as the leader. Great job. Peggy, Jerry, and Roseanne Jones are in the bookstore just waiting for you. Look at them waving. That's good. YOLO. Okay, Peggy and Kiana. Oh, thank you for bringing those beautiful roses. And Emma brought the beautiful. Oh, thank you for those beautiful roses and the flowers. And then we have Janice Perez and Loya with the children today. Angela Phillips, who's running around there just doing everything. She's got so many different hats that she wears here, and we appreciate her. And I appreciate this beautiful, beautiful co-spiritual director that I have the privilege of not only working with, but living with. And I am so blessed. And so I bless everybody online. I bless myself. Don't you? Yeah. Yeah. You know what? You know what? This is what I know about gratitude. I am so grateful to just be alive and to be able to just breathe the breath of good in every moment. So with that, I just say thank you. I release my word as law, knowing that it goes out and it multiplies. It just multiplies, and I just let that be, as together we say, and so it is. Let's look for the good. Why don't we do it this week? Yeah.
Everyone is love
Like we did.
and light vibration.
Uh-oh.
Look
Margaret's
for
letting it
the
go.
good. Look for the good. Everyone gets mad sometimes. Maybe they should look for the good. Look for the good. Yeah, look out for all the heroes in your neighborhood. Look for the good. Look for the good. Life sure would be sweeter if everybody would look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Come on, sing it one more time. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good. Look for the good. Look for the good. Oh, look for the good in everyone.
I'm putting my glasses on. Good job, everyone.